India's ruling BJP says it's confident of holding on to power in the state of Karnataka, rebuffing pre-polling that indicates the opposition Congress party has the edge. Now, this is an important election for Prime Minister Narendra Modi, as it's the only southern state where his party holds power. The contest is seen as a prelude to next year's general election. A result may hinge on the state capital of Bengaluru, India's information technology hub populated with young professionals. Mr. Modi is calling for a high voter turnout, urging young and first-time voters in particular to vote in large numbers. Meanwhile, opposition Congress is urging people in Karnataka to, quote, vote wisely. The polls have now closed and counting will take place this weekend. Ishan Garg joins us live now from New Delhi for more on this story. Ishan, how was voter turnout, and does a high turnout actually favour one party or another?
Well, the recent data is suggesting that the voter turnout has been counted close to 60 to 70%, and that's a rather high turnout in state legislative assembly elections. But the fact that which parts have experienced more voting could actually decide which way this election could go. For example, analysts are saying that given the welfare promises of the Congress party and giving that specific focus on the female voters, if it does turn out that more women have turned out to vote, it may get the election towards the way of the Congress party. But we also have to remember that there are several caste factors at play here. It's an election that's dominated by voting patterns of different castes and different social and economic sections of the society. So we don't have the numbers yet of which sides of people or which sectors of people have voted more, but it could certainly play a role in deciding which party will win the elections. For example, if the majoritarian Hindu communities in Karnataka have voted more, that could mean a victory for the BJP, as opposed to if the majority parts of Karnataka have voted in larger numbers, it could swing the elections in favor of Congress. But we will have a more a better understanding of this situation as those analyses come in.
Well, we don't have all the numbers yet, but we do have some opinion polls out, and some of them project that Congress is going to emerge as the single largest party. What does this mean for Mr. Modi's party and for next year's election?
Well, absolutely. The opinion polls are saying that the Congress party is likely to emerge as the single biggest party. And if that does come out to be true, it will be a bit of a setback for Prime Minister Narendra Modi's BJP, because currently Karnataka is the only South Indian state where they have been able to hold power. And that has also built an image in the minds of voters that the Bharatiya Janata Party is more focused towards the Hindi-speaking majority of the country. And that's an image that they would like to shake off ahead of the general elections. So if BJP does not win this election, they will have to regroup and rethink their strategy going forward into the next year as to how they're going to woo the South Indian voters. But at the same time, for Congress, this is not going to be an easy ride going into next year, even if they win this election, because they will still have to prove to the people of the country that they have what it takes to unite various opposition parties, because they would want to come out as the single biggest opposition union that can stand up to the political behemoth that is Prime Minister Modi's Bharatiya Janata Party.
High political stakes. Ishan, thank you very much for that. Ishan Garg there in New Delhi.